Something shifts in the room. And before you even notice, your golden is already moving toward you. You haven't made a sound. You haven't moved. But something in the air just changed, and it knew. We think our emotions are private, invisible, contained, but they're not. They're already in the air around you. Something leaves your body before you even react. Invisible, but already traveling. Your dog is on the other end of that signal.
So while you think you're holding it together, your dog already filed a full report on your emotional state.
But why does it move towards you when you're anxious instead of away? That part hasn't been explained yet. Watch the hands. Your dog clocks your palms before your face. That's where the cortisol concentrates first. It pauses, takes 2 short breaths, then 1 longer draw, like it's cross-referencing something it already knows. 300 million receptors to your 6 million. Fear doesn't get to hide in that gap. She wipes her palms on her jeans, a gesture no one notices. He's already pressing closer to her knee. It doesn't ask why you're anxious. It just decides it needs to be closer to wherever that signal is coming from. He hasn't said a word, but the dog licks its lip once and settles its chin on his knee. Just that. Cortisol spikes in human sweat within seconds of stress onset. Dogs can detect the change before behavior shows, so the nudge on your hand, the lean, the lick, it wasn't just affection. Something deeper was driving it toward you, and the data said, something changed in the person I'm bonded to, and I want to be in the same room as that. What you don't yet know is whether it's comfort it's giving or comfort it's seeking. Maybe both, maybe neither.
It detected fear. It moved closer. Now ask yourself, was that comfort or just a dog following the smell home?
Rage is different, it's sharper, faster, and your dog tracks it before it reaches your jaw or your fists. Watch. He hasn't raised his voice, but the dog across the room has already begun to move away from his direction. It doesn't see the anger yet, but cortisol spiked, adrenaline released. The air around him already changed. Anger produces a distinct chemical cocktail. Adrenaline, cortisol, lactic acid, all volatilized through skin. She hasn't moved. But the dog is circling the long way around the coffee table, avoiding the direct path to her. It made itself smaller, not out of guilt, but out of something that looked almost like consideration for the room. He exhales sharply, frustration, not action. The dog in the hallway turns its head away, not fear, recognition. Dogs read postural micro-shifts, jaw tension, shoulder elevation, breath rate, all before conscious behavior changes. There's something strange here. It's withdrawing. But it keeps watching. Distance plus attention. That combination. She breathes out slowly. Her shoulders drop 1/2 inch, and across the room, his tail lifts, just slightly.
It stepped back when you were angry, but never left the room. Which raises a question. What does it do when you're gone?
You left the room 20 minutes ago, but the dog walking in now is already reacting to what you left behind. Scent molecules don't vanish when you leave. They settle, they accumulate. The room remembers your last hour. Volatile organic compounds from stressed skin can persist in enclosed spaces for hours. Your dog maps every layer. It stops, sits. Exactly where you sat 2 hours ago when you read the message that changed your day. When she comes back in, it doesn't jump. It just looks at her and then back at that spot, back and forth. Then it barks once, sharply, at a corner of the room. Nothing there, nothing visible, but something is. Dogs experience scent spatially, not as a single note, but as a layered map of who was where and when. He doesn't know the room was empty. To him, it was full of everything you were feeling 3 hours ago. It sniffs the chair, lifts its head, sniffs again, then lays its chin on the seat like it found something familiar. She comes home tense. He's been here alone. And in the 3 seconds after the door opens, he already knows. The room was already telling a story. The person walking in is just the next chapter in a book the dog's been reading.
Your emotions leave a scent trail wherever you go, which means your dog's been reading your diary this whole time.
There's a shirt crumpled in the corner. He hasn't touched it all day. Now, at 11 p.m., he walks over and lies on it. Not for warmth, not for comfort in the generic sense. For something more specific, and harder to name than that. She's been gone 4 hours. When she gets home, the dog is still on that sweater, like it kept her present. Scent memory in dogs isn't just stored, it's stored with the feeling that came with it. The smell of you carries the feeling of you. When he sniffs the old jacket, he's not searching. He's returning to a feeling. The jacket held it while you were gone. There's a version of you stored inside it. Not a visual, not a sound. A chemical profile of who you were that day. She leaves her socks on the floor. He could take them. He never does. He just lies close enough that the scent reaches him, which means every good moment you shared left a trace. It doesn't just miss you, it misses what you felt like. So when you come home after a bad day and it buries its face in your neck, it's not just greeting you, it's cross-referencing, comparing today's scent against every version of you it's ever stored. Looking for the baseline.
It's been keeping a scent journal of every version of you, and you didn't even know you were being archived.
Here's what changes everything. Your calm isn't just something it detects, it's something it needs to feel stable itself. When you're genuinely at ease, something releases in both of you simultaneously. A shared chemical calm you didn't plan. Studies show it's not one way. Your calm regulates its nervous system. It learned to depend on your emotional state to feel okay. So when you smile genuinely, and it runs to you, it's not just behavior. It's a biological pull toward your good feeling. And your happiness, your actual warm, open feeling, is a reward signal in its brain. It learned to want more of that. When she's relaxed, he leans in fully. When she's tense, he stays close but doesn't press. He's calibrating to her. Here's the hard landing. Your dog isn't reacting to what you do. It's reacting to what you are, chemically, emotionally, right now. That first movement before you made a sound, it wasn't instinct alone. It moved because you were there. That was always the reason.
Which means tomorrow, when it looks at you first, it might already know more than you do.